All right, what is going on, my fellow horror freaks and geeks? This is Cutting Deep, the home for everything horror. My name is Jordan. I'm here with my buddy, the old Turtle Den.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, man. Are you ready for this? This is exciting news.
Exciting horror news that we just stumbled across. What is it?
Okay, so from here, we're on thewrap.com, and this article says, David Arquette to reprise Dewey role in new Scream movie, which is hence Scream 5.
Excellent. So it looks like we're getting a Scream 5. I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, no, and you know what? A couple years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, David Arquette was talking about something that he would want to do something like this. And now that he's actually officially confirmed, because if I go over here to the Scream 5 IMDb page, and we go down here to cast, right here, I got Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott, so she's rumored right now, but David Arquette is confirmed as Dewey Riley as of right now for the cast right now for Scream 5.
And this is going to come out 2021?
2021 projected right now, but we will see, hopefully. It's going to be interesting to see where they go with the story, and here in the article, it says plot details are being kept under wraps, which is obvious right now because it's so early in pre-production that they probably don't even have everything like a final script ready. I mean, from what I'm assuming. Because it seems like they're just starting to see if the original cast is even interested in doing this movie, and if they get everybody they need, hopefully it's going to go down the right path. But yeah, plot details are being kept under wraps, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes, because I don't know if you remember how Scream 4 ended, because this is supposed to be a continuation.
I only saw the first two. I don't remember seeing 3 or 4.
So the way 4 ended was kind of open-ended, but still kind of closed, because there was the character Jill Roberts was like the new killer.
Okay.
And she was like a film student. From what I can recall, it's been a while since I've seen the movie too, but she was like a film student and she was like obsessed with everything. And Sidney Prescott, so the main character, she wrote a book about all the things that she suffered from the first 3 movies. And it's this thing kind of like started haunting her again. But how it ends is she kills her in a hospital, and there's like news reporters outside of the hospital, and they're like praising Jill Roberts for killing the murderer and, you know, ending the whole murder spree. And then it just cuts, and then it says directed by Wes Craven. So it kind of just ends in such a way that maybe she's not dead. I don't know. There's just so many different things you can pull from it, so I'm curious to see where Scream 5 goes in essence of story.
Yeah, it'd be nice if everybody came back. That'd be cool to see. Yeah, and also, yeah, like you're saying, it's interesting to see what type of story are they going to try to come up with to keep it fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, the first Scream, so original. Just the way it integrated its humor and its cliches on the horror like genre as a whole and made fun of itself. And it did pretty good throughout the first 3 movies. Right. Scream 4 was pretty good too. But what else can they do now? I mean, it's been 10 years since Scream 4 came out, because Scream 4 came out in 2011. And like how you said, 2021 coming up will be 10 years. So hopefully they have a lot of things in the horror genre that they could start ripping off of and kind of putting that old classic twist like they did in the first one.
We were talking about before this recording, and like the trailer for this has to get you hyped.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's cutting this trailer has to do a good job to making it seem like big and scary. It can't seem, you know what I think kind of not ruined these movies, but kind of gave these movies kind of a weird aura around them, was those scary movies, like the parody versions of these.
Yeah,
it kind of took away from these movies like scariness. So I feel like they really need to make it a point like, hey man, this is a horror movie, even though the other ones have been, but just to kind of erase those old like comedy movies from, because they kind of bleed together sometimes, like for casual fans.
Right. And fun fact, Scary Movie was actually supposed to be the title of the original Scream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually supposed to be the title of it, and there was a lot of debate, and until I believe New Line Cinema, isn't that who made these movies?
I believe so, yeah.
Whoever bought the rights to it, at the end they actually changed it to Scream. So that's kind of a cool little thing. And a lot of people know that. So that's very, I think you're right with that. They need to kind of start treading its own ground and be able to not merge that gap between the parodies and the actual movies, because there is comical elements in these movies. So I totally understand where you're coming from.
They need to capitalize off like moments like in the first one where like the boyfriend is sitting on the back porch with like his guts ripped out. That was a horrific moment.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. They
Yeah.
need to do stuff like that where it just feels real and like terrifying like that.
Yeah. So I want to go down here a little bit on the article and just point out some things that I saw. So in this first paragraph, I also see it says Spyglass Media Group too. So Spyglass Media Group sounds like they're helping produce this. And it's funny because we just made a video about the Hellraiser HBO series.
Yes.
Right? And or was it the series or the movie that's actually being done by Spyglass Media Group as well?
It was the reboot. Yeah, the movie reboot that's going to be coming out sometime soon.
Right. So I keep a note to this name, guys, because Spyglass Media Group seems like they're kind of dabbing into these nice horror franchises. So if they start doing these things well, this might be a company we see a lot of doing these kind of reprises of horror movies and horror franchises. So that kind of spoke out to me. And like I said, the plot details are being kept under wraps at the moment. So through Arquette is the first member of the film's ensemble to be officially announced. Like we talked about, the filmmakers are in conversation with other legacy cast members, which obviously, Courtney Cox, Neve Campbell, you got a bunch of other people that they got to go talk to and see what's going to happen with that. Principal photography will begin later this year in Wilmington, North Carolina, when safety protocols are in place. So that's kind of cool. I mean, they already have kind of a plan, it seems like. Like
Yes.
They're going to be filming here. So that, and even with everything going on, they said when safety protocols are in place, so that's good. They already have like a way to go forward. So it sounds like to me they're very progressive on trying to get this movie made.
Right. So who do we got working on this one that we can tell?
So right now it says we have the directors from Ready or Not working on this.
From VHS, right? They worked on VHS as well.
Yeah, VHS. They co-directed both of those movies.
So if I'm taking a look at the Sream franchise as a whole, it looks like the first one did pretty well financially and ratings wise, and second one did as well, and then the third one drops off, and then the fourth one does better ratings wise, but financially it didn't make as much as any of its previous movies. So they're in an interesting spot where 10 years have passed and maybe the palette is cleansed to where they could drop something hot and it's just really exciting for everybody. Yeah. But I still think that first trailer, they just got to get a lot of people on board with that. And I think if they do that right, this could be a success.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I kind of want to close it here with a quote from David Arquette here at the bottom of the article here on the wrap. And he says here, "I am thrilled to be playing Dewey again and reunite with my Sream family, old and new." So that, I mean, he doesn't know all the details, but yeah, hinting that we might have some legacy actors coming back for their roles. He says, "I look forward to honoring Wes Craven's legacy here." And then down further, which is, okay, for like us big horror fans, this is again another like thing that I love to see, especially when there's remakes or reboots or even continuations of a franchise that we hold dear. This right here is a really good thing from what I can tell so far. But just the fact that we get to sit in the room with Kevin Williamson, which is the original writer on the first Sream, and talk about a new Sream movie is a dream come true for me. And then down here at the end, he says, we want this to be a love letter to the movies Wes and Kevin created together and to the fans." So, and this is a good thing because I love hearing that. I love hearing they're trying to stick to Wes's vision. I mean, Wes is one of my favorite directors, and trying to stick true to his vision, and just like with the Hellraiser thing with Clive Barker's deal. I love when people are trying to make new movies, but still trying to stay true to that style of the original like directors and the creators of these franchises.
Yeah, it does seem like they're definitely saying all the right things. All we can do right now is wait and see and
hope.
And hope. And coming to think about it, we are in store for like a tidal wave of like trailers and production leaks that we're going to have to talk about here on the channel. Now that I'm thinking about like all the things we're talking about lately, There's Halloween, there's Hellraiser, there's this Sream, and there's probably other stuff we don't even know about yet that's coming our way. So yeah, definitely want to hit subscribe if you guys want to catch all that and hear us talk about that stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of good news coming out, guys. There's a lot of good things as horror fans to be excited for. And this is just one of those things that I'm definitely looking forward to. So we will see you guys in the next video.
All right, take care, everyone.
Perfect.